Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, let us cover stack and queues. So let us start with the stack. So stack follows LIFO approach, which means last in and first out approach. And the insertion and deletion in the stack happens at the same end. For example, we can represent a stack using a bunch of books kept on each other. We can access only the topmost book, and we can keep the book on the very top, which means insertion is happening at the very top and deletion is also happening at the very top. So this is how we can understand the stack. Now we have two operations for the stack. The one operation is to add an element into the stack, which is the push operation. So I will write that over here. So push. So in the push operation, we will pass an element which we want to add into the stack. So this element can be anything depending upon the problem. It can be either an integer, string or list or anything else. Then to remove an element from the stack, we have pop operation. When we call the pop, it will pop the topmost element from the stack. For example, if I delete this element, for example, if I call the push operation, and if I want to add, let's say 100 to the stack, so I will call push 100, and this 100, so this 100 element will be added to the stack at the top. When we call pop on the stack, the topmost element, whatever it is, will be removed. So 100 will be removed. If I again call the pop method, the again the element which is on the top will be removed, and this will follow until the stack is empty. If the stack is empty and we call the pop method, we will got an error. Let us suppose if I push 101 and this is my element 101, and if I call push method on the stack, then this will add 101 to the stack. Then if I call push 100, then this element will be again added to our stack. So this is how push and pop operation on a stack works. Now let us move toward the queue. Now queue follows first in first out approach, which means insertion and deletion happens at the opposite end. Means whatever the element which we have entered at the first will be removed first. For example, if we imagine the people waiting for a movie ticket outside a movie hall, then the first person will take the ticket and move out of the queue, and then second person and will go for the ticket on the ticket counter and get his ticket and move out of the queue. And similarly, if a new person come, he will be joining them at the last. So this is how queue works. Now there now we also have two operations for the queue. The first operation is called as enqueue. Now in enqueue operation, I can pass the element which I want to add. After calling an enqueue method, that element will be added at the last of the queue. And then we have a dequeue method. When dequeue method is called, whatever the element which is at the front of the queue, which will be removed from the front of the queue. For example, if I want to enqueue, let's say person 1 to our queue, Then I will call the enqueue and I will pass the person 1 to our enqueue function. I will pass the person 1 to our enqueue function. Then this enqueue function will add the person 1 at the last of our queue. And if I call the dequeue function, the person whoever is on the front, let's say person 13, will be removed from the queue. Then these other persons will be adjusted, and if I again call the dequeue, then the person on the top will be removed. If I again call the enqueue function with passing person 13, then the person 13 will be added at the last of the queue. So this is how enqueue and dequeue operation on the queue works. So let us summarize this. So we have stack and queues. So stack follows last in first out approach, and we have queues which follows first in first out approach. Now insertion and deletion at the stack happens at the same end, and insertion and deletion in queue happens at the opposite end. At the stack we have push and pop operation. Push operation will push an element at the top of stack, and pop operation will remove the element from the top of the stack. Now enqueue function in queue will add the element at the last of queue, and dequeue function will remove an element from the front of the queue. Now I hope you have understood the stack and queues. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.